Hey, it's Trey, and welcome to the desk. I'm behind. 13, 14, 18, 16, 17. Okay. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Let's just color them all. What the heck? Let's color them all. Let's finish it up. Oh, Lord. We'll do them in order, though. So, I just pulled out the colors that I have on hand. I didn't, my other colors are to my right here. So yeah, I got busy doing those craft advent, and I didn't even think about this. I just totally forgot about it. Funny how things just get out of your mind like that. I had so much fun doing those crafts. Still don't know what I'm going to do with the gym thing that I did. Right now it's still just sitting next to me, but that was so much fun. I actually went to Ollie's the other day to see if I could find some more craft kits to do, and they did have some, but they were a little bit more pricey than I wanted to spend. And there was one that was like a bonsai tree that looked so cute. It wasn't a real bonsai tree. And I was going to get it because it was like $3.99, but the box was all messed up, and it was the only one that they had, and I was afraid it wouldn't have all the stuff in it. So $3.99 is not going to be worth it to me if it doesn't have all the stuff that I want or need. That's not a bargain. So, and I didn't want to open the box and look because Jeremy had dropped me off, and he had to go and get his driver's license because he had to renew his license this year and get the real ID. So Jeremy turns 50 on the 26th, and he's never said anything. I never thought it would bother him or anything like that. And then for the past couple of days, he's like, this is like the last day of my 40s, or he'll say, this is the last time I'm going to be doing this in my 40s. And I'm like, are you okay? I mean, honestly, it's hard for me to believe that I'm 50 and I'm getting ready to turn 51, You just don't feel that old, and you feel like you're going to feel some particular way when you get older, and then you don't. And then I'm like, where did my 40s go? Where did my 30s go? You still feel like you're in your 20s, except for your body. Your body hurts. Your body feels like you're in your 80s. So I was just like, honey, are you okay? He's like, well, I didn't think it was going to bother me, but apparently it is bothering me some. I was like, yeah. I'm like, is it making you think of your mortality? Or he was like, no. I was like, well, are you just thinking maybe like stuff you want to do? He's like, no. And I just finally said, well, what is it? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay. Man, they can't even have a midlife crisis correctly. I think it's just more of the realization that, yeah, he is getting older. Because, I mean, it is, like I said, it is hard because you feel like you should feel like a particular way. And you don't. You just feel the same. Make this real dark. And then on this, I'm going to make it lighter. We'll do some color mixing. I'm going to have to be careful because I got the camera down lower and I know you'll want to be able to see what I'm actually doing. So I'm trying to be really cautious that I don't color off camera. I keep looking up to make sure I am on camera. Ooh. Christmas be upon us. Has anybody done any Christmas yet? Are you guys gathering? What's going on in your neck of the woods? We're doing cautious gathering. Like last night, we went to go see my aunt, who is like my sister because I was raised by my grandparents. So she is like my sister. And I went to go see her last night, and we had pizza in the garage. And it was nice. It was cold, but it was nice. It was still nice to be. We wore a mask, and then when we had our pizza, we took our mask off and ate our pizza, and then we put the mask back on. And then we exchanged gifts. We just got them some gift cards, and they got us. I got a pair of house shoes, and we got a gift card to a restaurant we love. And the melting pot, which we'll probably use for my birthday. So I'm excited about that. And like I said, I got some house shoes. They were like Sherpa kind of socks, like slipper socks, but they're made like shoes. And then Jeremy got some really nice like camping type socks, which he loves. Or like hiking socks, like super soft and super thick. He loves those. So he was really happy. He got 2 pairs of those. And then Kenan got $50, which he was happy about because he was like, yes, it's not even a gift card. Is this broken? Yes, dang it. He was like really excited. He's like, it's not even a gift card. Oh. Sorry, Jeremy just texted me about HelloFresh. I got to see what he has to say. We've been doing HelloFresh lately. When we don't have Kenan, we've been doing HelloFresh. And we really like it. It's really helped us like save on groceries and all that, and it's saved my sanity because I don't constantly have to come up with what I'm going to make that night. And then also Jeremy has been coming home and then helping me cook. I'll include that tip back on. Let that dry. I just said that, didn't I? I was like, let that dry, let that dry. It's like I was scolding myself. It was like I touched it again and I was like, let that dry. It won't take it too long to dry. My cousin lost her 14-year-old dog the other day, and it was so sad. What this dog was known for was getting in the trash and stealing the kids' food. That's just what she was known for. She was a chocolate lab. She was fearful of the world. She was fearful of people and all that, but she loved the snacks. And she died doing what she loved. She got into the kids' Cheetos, and she ended up suffocating in a Cheetos bag. Isn't that sad? She died with a Cheetos bag on her head. Poor baby. well, to me, what makes this story kind of a great story is that, so my cousin discovered her, and I don't know if it was like how or when it happened or whatever, but anyways, I guess she was alone. So she called her husband at work, and her husband like has his own kind of company kind of thing and works with his mom, and they were actually in a meeting, so she couldn't get a hold of him. So she called her mother-in-law, or she texted her mother-in-law and just said, hey, have him call me after the meeting. Briley's dead. And apparently she read that in the meeting, and when she read it, she gasped, and of course everybody was like, what? So she had to tell him, she's like, Briley's dead. And uh, apparently he just got up, didn't say anything to anybody, just got his keys and just left. Didn't even do anything, nothing, just got in his car and left. Well, since she couldn't get a hold of her husband, she called her brother and told him. And his wife said that that she was working, because they both work from home. Said she was just sitting there working, and he just came by in a flurry and said, I gotta go. Briley's got her head stuck in a Cheeto bag, and left. So he made it there first, her brother, because she didn't want to take the bag off the dog's head, because she just couldn't do it. She's like, I just know her eyes are going to be open. I can't handle it. And, so he came over and did that for her. And apparently the dog's eyes weren't opened, which is good. And, yeah, but I just love the fact that everybody just ran to her. I love it. I love that she has a husband and a brother like that. And her mom's that way too. Her mom would have been there. I often wondered if my mom would be like that, the way that their mom is with them. I highly doubt it. Okay, here we go. That's 19. That looks good. What's 20? Oh, I missed 18. Darn. Darn it. Darn it to heck it. I blame my Tennessee schools. So, guys, we're like #1 in the world, I tell you. #1 in the world for COVID. That's what you want to be known for. Being a bunch of dumb butts who don't know how to take care of ourselves. Yeah, my friend Shayna is a chiropractor, and I need to go get adjusted. And so this morning she had sent me a video, and she's like, you need to come to my office today. And I said, what I need to do is wear a hazmat suit, and I'm not leaving my house. I was like, kiss my butt. I was like, I know I need to get adjusted, but it's going to wait. So she sent me another video, and she's like, you're going to be in pain for the holiday. And I was like, I'd rather be in pain for the holiday than dead or have COVID. So every morning I'm always thankful when I take that first drink of morning coffee and I can taste it. I'm like, yes. This ribbon isn't turning out the way I want it to. I hate that. Turn out the way I want. Oh, the lead in this pencil's so bad. So it's Christmas Eve, which means just a few more days until I get my Prismacolors. he made the mistake of handing me the package that had them in there. Because he likes to hand it to me and then he likes to have me guess. And so I went, and I was like, oh, can I open them? He was like, no, I didn't tell him that I knew what they were. But I think, I just spilled glue. I forgot this was open. No, my precious glue. And I can't reach my, Lord have mercy. Lord. Oh, Lord. No! No! It's fine. Okay. Make sure it's definitely closed now. I just looked over and saw that it wasn't. I was like, oh, I didn't close that. And then I just immediately just knock it over like an idiot. Kenan is continually bugging me about his game, and he's going to be so upset because he's going to expect to get up tomorrow morning and play that game. And I even, he's just not getting the hint that I don't have it. So, yesterday I was talking to him because we open up his gifts on Christmas Eve. And I told him, I said, Jeremy has to work tomorrow. I was like, do you want to just sleep until about 2 o'clock and then I'll wake you up and we'll open presents? And he was like, no, I want to open them up before he goes to work. I was like, okay, whatever floats your boat. That's what he wants. That's what he'll get. I know, there's 2 pinks together. I don't care. We're also supposed to get snow. So tonight we're going to go see my parents. See my daddy and my stepmom, aka bonus mom, she likes to be called. And we're going to go and see them, and we're going to hang out on their deck. So hopefully it won't be raining because it is supposed to rain tonight. So I'm hoping that it does not. We're also supposed to roast peeps, but I don't know if we're going to do that or not. So yeah. That glue stinks. I'm just blending it out. No, I wish I wouldn't have. I'm fading my lines because I'm going over them. So being careful. Let's see if I can draw this up. Where's my on button? That's better. I love that heat gun. I've had it forever. I bought it back in my scrapbooking days, and embossing powder was so big. I was looking for my pink, my yellow one was over there. And so I got it and some embossing powder and some embossing ink, and I absolutely never embossed anything. I still haven't. I still have not embossed anything, but I use that heat gun all the time. I still have the embossing powder, which never's been opened. I've had it for years. Actually, I think I finally got rid of it. But I use that all the time to speed up drying on stuff. Okay. I really want another cup of coffee, but I am so not going to do that to myself. Because Lord knows I don't need no more caffeine right now. I've changed my mind. I am going to save the 24th for tomorrow so that I can come on and talk to you and tell you how my day went with, or how our night went with my father. And I can also tell you about Kennan's presents and how he liked them. I'm excited about the presents that I got for my father. He's a big Disney fan, hence this little guy that always shows up in my thumbnails. That's in tribute to my father. Because he's a big Disney fan. And I wanted a way that anybody, as soon as they saw my thumbnail, no matter what it was, they would know it's me. So as you're scrolling through, as soon as you see that Mickey, you're like, oh, that's Tracy's video. And that's what I want. So when I was trying to come up with something, I saw that sitting there, and I loved the way that it looked with all the different watercolor paints on it. And so I've used it ever since, and I've retired it as a palette. So now it just sits there as part of our filming. So I got him a Mickey lunchbox. So cute. And then in the Mickey lunchbox, I got him a gingerbread house to put together, a sticker thing. Not a real gingerbread, but it's a Mickey gingerbread sticker house thing. And then I got him a Mickey candy cane. And then I got him this really cool thing on Etsy that you put on Bath and Body Works soap dispensers, and then when you push it down, it makes a little Mickey head in your hand with the foaming soap. It's so cute, so cute. And it seems like I got him another thing that's Disney, and I forgot. And I gave him like a little maze pen. I always give him something to play with. And for my bonus mom, we got her some wine, and then I got her like some little wine stoppers that are really cute. They're little succulent wine stoppers. And then we also got them a big thing of like different dips. And to go along with that, we got them like different crackers. We found some really nice like cranberry fig crackers, and we also I also found at the thrift store these two little Mickey and Minnie mugs, and they were just in perfect condition, so I ended up putting them in there too. So they got a little care package, a little gift basket without the basket. I just put it on cardboard. So yeah, so I can't wait to give them their stuff. I know we'll get candles. We always get candles. And Jeremy looks forward to that because that's his candle stash for the year. And then usually she gets him like food, different foods. Because he's her foodie, she says. And he really appreciates it. She usually gets him like different hot sauces and different grilling mixes and stuff like that. And he just loves it because he loves trying new things like that. So that is all up his alley. So he's pretty excited about going tonight because he gets his candles. And he's almost out. She usually gives me candles and him candles. And then I take out a few and I usually give him the rest of mine because I just don't burn candles like he does. He burns like 4 and 5 candles on the weekends, and I don't. I usually have like one jar candle, and that's it. I don't really even burn tea lights and stuff like that anymore. And that's what she gives us is a bunch of tea lights and votives, and I just don't burn them anymore. Because to me, I just rather do a jar candle. What should I put with this? Let's do... Woo! Didn't mean to do that. So I'm curious, how many of you guys have downloaded the calendar and colored it yourself? Were you able to keep up with it? It's hard for me to do anything like that for an extended period of time. I'm not a person to do the same thing over and over and over again. I don't like that. I don't like routines. I find myself rebelling against that when I get myself in a routine. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's comfort in a routine. But I just, even like I'll get myself into a morning routine, like I'll get up and then I'll do my Bible study and I kind of get into doing that. And then, dang it. And then the next thing you know, I can't do it anymore. I'll wake up one morning and I'm just like, I cannot. And I have to shake it up and do something different. And then maybe I'll go back to that or else, I have to change it up. Therefore, it's hard for me to sustain doing the same thing. It's one thing I hate about being a wife and mother is coming up with dinner every night. And that's, oh, shoot. That's one of the reasons I love HelloFresh is because I don't have to. One day a week, I have to go through and see what is offered. Then I pick out my menu and then they send it to me. And then that is the end of my involvement. All right, let's put you over here and let you dry. Let's do this one. That's what makes me a bad gardener. I put plants in the ground and I'm like, there you go, good luck, Godspeed. I don't like plants that have to be fussed with. I don't have a lot of house plants because of that reason. Because if you have to rely on me for your water, it's probably not going to happen. I have a few in the living room. It's a wonder I've kept my son alive. And air plants, forget about it. I cannot keep an air plant alive. And I can't keep cacti alive either. The one plant that I can grow inside pretty well is African violets. And earlier this year, I had just divided, dang, I did it again. At least it didn't spill out this time. I had two big, just huge African violets, and I divided them this year, and I gave a few to like some co-workers and stuff. And then I kept the rest for myself. And my cats, my two kittens, have absolutely almost destroyed every single one of them. I just cannot believe it. I've even caught Willow just sitting on them. I mean, they're just so rough on them. So I moved them out of their way. Hopefully, at least one of them will survive. That's all I need. Just one to survive. This morning, the cats have been totally rambunctious all morning. So this morning, the cats have completely ignored the Christmas presents until today, where Willow decided that for one of my presents, like to me, that she's just going to start digging at it. Luckily, she's so tiny, her claws don't really make a lot of damage. So she kind of clawed the paper, but not enough to actually rip all the way through it. Now, if it was Ember, they would have been completely unwrapped. So I'm just like, come on, just like 2 more days. That's all we need. Just 2 more days. I mean, come on, just 2 more days of you leaving them alone. I also have this gigantic Red Sox bear that I got for Jeremy. It's a big teddy bear, and I'm going to put it out underneath the tree, and I'm really curious how that's going to fare the night, because I'm going to put it and then go to bed. So who knows? I don't think they'll bother it. I think if anything, they'll just end up sleeping in its lap or knock it over. They're actually pretty good cats. I can't really complain. They've been really good. They've not bothered the tree, which I was really surprised. Willow has gotten, like, I have it pushed up against a bookshelf, and so Willow has like gotten up on a shelf behind it and sat there, but not in the tree. And then one day I caught Ember right at the last second when she was getting ready to dive into the tree for an ornament, which I don't have really any ornaments on the tree except for like what I've gotten this year. So there's probably like 5 on it. Just looking all pitiful. But that's by design because I want to see, I don't want to tempt them. You know, I want to see how they're going to do. And like I said, they pretty much ignored it. And then that one time I caught Ember. And Amber's really good. If she knows she's not supposed to do something, she won't. But she's so funny. If Willow does it, she'll wait till Willow does it first, and then she might do it. But it's so funny. Willow will do something, and then if it's something she'll play with something. Willow will play something. And if it's something that, she hasn't played with before, like maybe a paper bag. Like, this is a good example. The HelloFresh came with this. It's a bag that keeps everything insulated. And it's just a silver like bag. And so I had thrown it in the floor, and Willow started playing on it because it makes noise and all that. And so I actually threw it like down on the floor for them. But when Willow first started playing on it, Amber wouldn't play on it, and she just sat and looked at me, and she would not play on it until I spoke to Willow and said something like, oh, are you having fun? In a nice upbeat tone, and I like petted Willow or something like that. And then she went and she got on it too, and it became her favorite toy. She would run and slide on that thing. So much fun. But yeah, she is my good girl. She will not do anything if she thinks it's going to be bad, because she doesn't want to be a bad girl. The only thing bad that she does that I cannot break her out of yet is that she likes to splash in the toilet. And I got a cat fountain for them. So, I mean, if she wants to splash in some water, she can splash in it. But she likes to splash in the toilet. And I think that she's just trying to figure out what it's for, because Willow will come in and visit, if I leave the door cracked or whatever, she'll come in and hang out with me. But Amber kind of comes in and looks at me like, I'm not sure exactly what you're doing. Why are you in here? And also she's like really like interested in the shower. Like Jeremy will shower and she'll sit outside the bathroom door like listening. And then when he leaves the bathroom, she'll go in and get in the shower and like walk around and smell and stuff. And Willow loves your feet and stuff after a shower. Oh my gosh, she loves to come and rub herself all over your feet after a shower. Jeremy says she's his little foot dryer. She's so funny. Because I won't let her do that. If I'm taking a shower, I'm usually trying to get ready to go somewhere. And a lot of times she'll reach up and like grab my leg and hold me still while she's trying to rub on me. She's so funny. This is mistletoe. Oh my gosh, I got so mad for the stupidest reason. We were watching the finale of The Masked Singer, and there was this one portion where they come out and they put, I think it was the finale. It might have been the one before the finale, but regardless, they came out with like the clue, and they put this holly, I think it was over Robin, and Robin Thicke, isn't that his name? Anyways, and then from that moment on, they kept referring to it as mistletoe. And it was driving me crazy. I was like, that is not mistletoe. That is holly. Mistletoe has white berries and a totally different leaf. That is totally holly. It was making me so mad. Disproportionately mad. I don't know why that just upset me so much, but it did. I was all like, no! I guess it's the gardener in me. It did nicely. That glued well. That's really nice and sturdy. I'm actually putting some pressure on that. That's pretty good. Looks like we're about 40 minutes in on this. Going the long haul. Let's put some yellow in here. Really soften it. Or really brighten it up. Yeah. Yeah, boys. Yeah, boys. Give it that really bluish green. Get some blue up here. You know, speaking of my aunt, she did do something last night that did kind of upset me. And I don't know if I spoke about it here or not. But Kennan's step-grandfather died this year of COVID. He had went into the hospital for a hip replacement, was doing well, and got COVID and died quickly. So quickly. It was sad. It tore up my co-parent terribly. And it didn't upset Kenan all that much. You know, I mean, I don't want to say it didn't upset Kenan all that much. Kenan doesn't show his emotions all that much. So, you know, when I ask him about it, he's all like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. And, you know, he's like, yeah, I do miss him. They weren't, oh, sorry. They weren't all that, close. Dang it, I broke that lead. Today is the day of the broken lead, isn't it? Let's glue that in too. Jeremy's texting me. We had decided not to do Hello Fresh next week because we're supposed to, because Kenan goes back, and so anytime we don't have him, we do Hello Fresh, which I had previously stated, I love it. I love a meal service. Best thing to ever happen. And you know, Jeremy had said, well, let's not do it since it's going to be like after the holidays. And I've already made, like, I got some spaghetti in there that he made, and then I'm going to make tacos for tomorrow night because we're not going out. And so we're going to have a taco bar for Christmas Eve, which will be nice. And we'll probably have like that left over and stuff. Then we have like Christmas Day stuff. We'll bring home stuff then. So we'll have like some leftovers like Monday. And then it's also Jeremy's birthday. So we'll end up going out to eat then. And then probably his parents will probably want to take him out to eat some other time. So we'll probably end up eating out next week, which kind of scares me because COVID. But he was just texting me to say, because he had texted earlier and said something about HelloFresh, and he's like, "Well, I just, because things are going to be so crazy, and but we'll do it if you want to." So I need to text him back. Let me pause this and text him back real quick. Okay, he'll probably end up texting me back. But what we've decided to do for Jeremy's birthday, I had mentioned before, he's kind of a foodie. So there's some restaurants here in Knoxville that are quite well known, or I can't think of the word, renowned, I guess. So there are some renowned restaurants here in Knoxville that Jeremy's never been to, like Yod Steakhouse. And so he was talking about that he wanted to do, that he would like to do, like go to some of the iconic restaurants in Knoxville that he's never been to before. He said, maybe I should do one for every decade. And I said, that sounds awesome. So he's going to do 5 birthday dinners. So I was just talking to him about that. I thought, because I just told you about like his sister taking him out and his mom and dad taking him out, and he says that they can come with us, but that this is what he wants to do. He definitely wants to do the 5 for $50, and I'm good with that. Like I said, the only thing that scares me is just the COVID, but we might do takeout. We do try to be very careful when we are out. Jeremy is an essential worker, so he's out in the public quite a bit. I'm also an essential worker, but I don't have to be out in the public. I'm really not an essential worker. Nothing I do is essential. My job is bull. Yeah, I just work from home because I can, and I'm thankful for that. 2020 has been good to me work-wise because we did have to have so many people out because they weren't equipped to work from home. But lucky for me, I was already working from home 3 days a week. So it wasn't really a big switch for me when I went full-time at home. It was a blessing, actually, because that was my whole intent the whole time, was that I didn't want to work in the office anymore. And we were kind of slowly working towards that. All right, one more. One more, guys, one more. So yeah, we've been slowly working towards that, of me not being in the office, because originally Jeremy and I were going to move to North Carolina. I just said 5 for $50, right? And he just wrote back, yes. Yes. So forgot what I was saying before Jeremy texted me. Oh, this paper smells so horrible now because where I spilled that glue. Just smells like super glue. I can't wait to see my pajamas tonight. You know what's so bad about that? Is that I'm the one who picked them out. I picked out the pajamas and sent him the link, and I have no idea what it is. I think I told you guys this before, that I have the ability to actively forget things. And so if I tell myself to forget it, I will. And that horrifies me to no end, because what was going on in my life that I've trained myself to forget things. But I digress. I do that all the time now for Christmas. Is I'll pick out stuff that I want for Christmas, and then I just forget about it, and then I'm all surprised Christmas morning. Uh, I think I've told this story here before, but I'll tell it. There was one time that we were at a flea market, and it was like it was a farmer's market, sorry, farmer's market. It was like September, and there was this beautiful necklace, and it said home on it, and it was shaped like Tennessee, and it had a heart over Knoxville. And I told Jeremy, I was like, I want that for Christmas. Uh, and he was like, no, because because you know what it is. And he's all about surprises. At that time, he was all about surprises for Christmas, pure surprise. Now he's not, more like, what do you want? And he gets me what I want. But back then it was pure surprise. And I said, no, I won't. Trust me, I will forget this. And no, I take that back. It was a farmer's market like in April. So then, like in the summer that year, he had gotten it and he put it in the glove compartment of the car, and just, I guess he forgot about it. So like in summer of that year, I was cleaning out the car and I found it, and I was like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. So I brought it to him, and he was like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And so um he's like, now you're really going to remember. And I'm like, no, trust me, I will not remember. And so that Christmas morning, he hands me this little box, and I'm all like, what is this? Did you get me jewelry? And he's like, really, Tracy? And I'm like, what? He's like, you know what that is? And I'm like, do I? And I opened it up, and I was so surprised. So I was surprised twice by one gift, because when I found it in the glove compartment, I was surprised. I was like, oh, yeah, so cool. Um, oh, I don't know what color this is. I guess it'll work. I kind of wanted an orange, but I don't really want to introduce a new color now. This gift is ugly. How did I make such an ugly gift? So yeah, I do that stuff to myself all the time. Like, one of my favorite things to do is about this time of year, I'll get on AliExpress, and then I'll buy like some art supplies, maybe like some cheap jewelry, and that's usually it. I've gotten a handbag from there before. But usually, yeah, I mean, that's it. I don't really, oh, I don't really shop there a lot. But I always do that because to me it's fun. Um, I'm trying to decide if I want to make this present blue. I have a lot of blue on this page. Let's not. Let's not even use blue. Let's see if we can get away without using blue. Um, so that when they come, because they usually start coming like the end of January, February, whatever, I'm always completely surprised. So it's like a Christmas, birthday present to myself. But I haven't done that this year, so I guess no surprise birthday presents for me. I'm just so afraid that, though, on my pajamas, I'm so afraid that I've already gotten them. That I've asked him for them and then I turned around and bought them. But I think he would have told me if I would have, because he would have been mad. He would have been like, "What the hell? You told me to buy those." Because I'm pretty sure what I asked for was probably a Secret Treasures nightgown. Because I love Secret Treasures nightgowns from Walmart. But honestly, I cannot remember. I'm pretty sure it's a sleep shirt because that is what I like. Because then I can just, in the summer, I can wear them just as is. And in the winter, I can pair them with sweatpants or leggings and a sweater. So I don't have to have like separate pajamas because I don't like that. Probably be happier if I lived like in California where there's just like one season, because I absolutely hate having to change wardrobes for the season. But to be honest, in Tennessee, we just don't get that much cold weather. We get hot. We just pretty much stay hot. It's the hot South. You heard of hot Atlanta? Well, Knoxville's just as hot. I might make that flower blue. Just going over these ribbons like that ain't even there. I don't know. These are super ugly. Let's make it green. Oh, these are the ugly presents. These are those tiny BVDs that don't fit. Okay, guys, look at that. Woo-wee, just that one left tomorrow. So I guess I'll see you then. Bye.